Hello, I'm Jeff Davis.
And I'm David Hewitt.
And I'm Jeff Bechtold.
And I'm Jeff Hopkins. Welcome to East TV News. Although this is East's third show, many of the students you'll see in front of the camera, as well as those who have worked behind the camera, are all new to East TV News.
I speak on behalf of all the staff here at East when I tell you we hope to continue to enhance the standard of excellence that has been a part of East.
And as part of today's show, we'll be showing you what seniors are thinking as they prepare for college, and in some cases, for college sports participation.
We will also be showing you some programs available to deter drinking and driving, and we will introduce you to some of the special people at East that keep our school running. And our first story. With the advent of a relatively new school administration, many changes are being made in the Shawnee Mission District. One of these changes is a switch to four-year high schools and closing some of the junior highs. One of the junior highs is Indian Hills. With more on the story, here's Jeff Bechtold and Peter Fry.
A lot of changes have been made this year at the Shawnee Mission District. The board decided to go to four-year high schools, bringing in the freshmen. And the board also decided to close four junior highs: Broadmoor, Indian Creek, Old Mission, and Indian Hills. However, Indian Hills and area residents brought the matter to a mail-in referendum vote. So, as far as the teachers in Indian Hills go, they have had to go through a lot of turmoil. So in this next few interviews, we'll be talking to Indian Hills teachers what their plans are for next year due to all the changes. This is Mr. Paul Platt, teacher of social studies at Indian Hills Junior High. And next year, Mr. Platt, you're gonna have to move either because of movement or because the school will close. So what are your intentions for next year?
Well, I plan to apply in the high school. I've taught ninth grade for about 15 years now, and I assume I'll be continuing to do this. So I just plan to apply to a high school position and move to the school I get assigned. I don't know where it'll be yet, but I hope it'll be in Shawnee Mission, and any one of the five would be fine with me.
This is Kathy Taylor, a social studies and English teacher here at Indian Hills Junior High. Mrs. Taylor, what are your plans next year? School closes, or if you have to move because of all the teacher movement?
Things are pretty much in an uproar right now, and I'm not sure exactly where I'll be. I put in for my first preference Meadowbrook or Mission Valley, second preference Shawnee Mission East, third preference Hopper Grove. I have real equivocal feelings about all three for one reason or another. I'm not 100% sold on the idea of the middle school. I'm not sure if I want to go to the, what do you want to call it, the huge size of high school. So I feel really caught right in the middle. I think a lot of us feel the same way. Tremendous insecurity and wishing it were over as far as knowing what was going on.
So is there a feeling that maybe a different way of handling the moving could have been applied to this?
Could be, but I'm not sure how you could make it work smoothly. I honestly don't know whether there could be a better way, or certainly I wouldn't have wanted to have been in charge of working it out. I'm not sure that there's a better way, as much as there is how do you negotiate the movement of 2,000 people intelligently. I don't know whether the way they've done it is. I like some of the aspects of it. I know there are a lot of kids at the high school upset about the idea that they're going to, maybe some of their high school teachers are going to be in junior high and vice versa. Some of us feeling that, we could teach at the high school as well as any high school teacher. So there are lots of feelings, good, bad, in every way, shape, and form.
This is John Nichols, a social studies teacher here at Indian Hills Junior High. Mr. Nichols, what are your plans next year? Assuming that the school gets closed, or even if it doesn't get closed, you'll probably move anyways. So what are your plans for teaching next year?
I'll probably try to go to senior high. I don't know which particular one. My request was Shawnee Mission East, but we won't hear for 2 more weeks.
Is there any other better way you would have thought of to redistribute all the teachers next year?
Well, there are a lot of problems with the redistribution of teachers, and I know there are teachers in senior high who felt as if they might lose positions to other teachers just because of seniority. But then again, you've got teachers in junior highs who are very qualified to teach at any level too, and so it's not a matter of who's there now, I think. I think everybody's very disturbed by that, and everyone is very uptight. I would like to have seen teachers, some way to assign teachers on the basis of who are good teachers and who aren't, but there's no real way to judge that. So seniority is the only fair way that I can see.
As you can see, the teachers' problems are quite diverse. Many of them have expressed opinion on how the distribution was handled. But at the time of that taping, it was unknown whether Indian Hills would be open or closed. And since then, we have found out that the voters voted resoundingly to keep Indian Hills open for at least another year. Teachers have been given 48 hours to make their decision whether they want to teach there or the other school where they are assigned.
With the freshmen attending East next year, we have started a new program, Big Brothers and Sisters. In charge of organizing its many activities is Counselor Miss Debbie Atkinson and student sponsor Betsy Robertson. Big Brothers and Sisters hopes there will be approximately 8 to 10 incoming freshmen assigned to each member. The following years, only freshmen will be included. Over the summer, members will contact their big brothers, and in late August they will attend the Lancer launch. There, they will have their first attendance at Shawnee Mission East. With more news, here is Jeff Hopkins.
Thank you, Jeff. Next year's freshmen and sophomores will meet a very special person when they come to East four-year high school next year. The Shawnee Mission East receptionist, alias Mom Krebs, is the person who keeps Shawnee Mission East in order. She has been an intricate part of Shawnee Mission East for 19 years. With more on the story of Mom Krebs, here is Shawnee Mission East Jeff Davis.
Good morning, Shawnee Mission East. That D is the same, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, stick that in his box. We just have to fill box. Good boy.
Hello, we're here at Shawnee Mission East with the Shawnee Mission East receptionist, Linda Krebs. Mrs. Krebs, could you tell us how long you've been here at Shawnee Mission East?
I'm working on my 10th year.
Mrs. Krebs, I understand that you have the nickname Mom. And many of the students, when they come in, and many of your aides call you Mom. How did you come about having that name?
Well, it all started with my daughter, Kim, when she was a junior here. She would bring her friends in, and she'd say, "Hi, I want you to meet my mom." And they'd say, "Hi, Mom." And then they would see me in the hall, and they'd say, "Hi, Mom." And they'd say, "Who is that?" They'd say, "That's Kim's mom." So they'd say, "Hi, Mom."
Mr. Zwanich, tell me, do you feel that Mrs. Krebs is a definite asset to Shawnee Mission East?
Oh, of course, Miss Krebs. She controls about, excuse me. She is just marvelous. I mean, the school would not exist without her. It would not have the phone traffic. It would just...
Tell me, Mr. Zwanich, there are many places where you could be an assistant for a math teacher or an English teacher or a chemistry. Why did you pick the office in Mrs. Krebs?
I felt that I wanted to be a part of it.
A part of what, Mr. Zwanich?
I just wanted to be a part of what makes this school, Shawnee Mission East, tick.
Would you say that where we're standing right now with Mrs. Krebs, this is the heart of the school and
This is definitely the heart of the school.
and all the rooms and the teachers are its arteries?
That's what I'd say.
I'm here with Kristen Joslin, another aide of Mrs. Krebs. Tell me, Kristen, being an assistant for Mrs. Krebs has what positive elements?
Well, for one thing, you get to leave the class a lot, and it's pretty much a lot of fun. And
What kind of things do you do for Mrs. Krebs?
well, we run passes for the people that need help.
Do you ever run into any trouble with the students?
Well, not unless they aren't here.
How would you describe Mrs. Krebs?
Fun.
Okay, thank you. Mrs. Krebs, alias Mom, plays the part very well by her license plate.
Boy, that Mom Krebs sure is a sweetheart, isn't she? And speaking of sweethearts, another sweetheart at Shawnee Mission East is sweetheart Allison Smith. In fact, she's such a sweetheart that she was elected Sweetheart Queen at the February 14th basketball game between Shawnee Mission South and Shawnee Mission East. Her court included Molly Graver, first attendant, Julie Null, second attendant, Katrina Chase, third attendant, and Angie Watkins, fourth attendant. That game was pretty good, as Jeff Bechtold will tell you.
Well, we ended up winning that game 57-53 against South, our main rival. Chris Jaley scored 16 points in his first start for East, and Scott Smith, sophomore, scored 18 points for East. Shawnee Mission East will host Harmon, Shawnee Mission South, and Blue Valley March 6th, 7th, and 8th for a boys and girls basketball sub-state tournament. The boys swim team, in an attempt to defend its state title, was narrowly defeated by Blue Valley at Lawrence on February 22nd. Senior Larry Long won the 100-yard breaststroke while also placing third in the 200-yard individual medley. Senior swimmers Mark Morash, Steve Horner, Carl Damon, and diver Stu Sanks also placed highly in their events. In wrestling, 3 Lancers qualified for the state meet in Wichita that was held February 28th and March 1st. The 3 qualifiers were senior Bill Cricky, 126 pounds, Mark Erickson at 132 pounds, and senior heavyweight Frank Bisfield. With the close of each high school football season, college recruiters start hunting for new prospects. Several players at East have received offers from numerous colleges around the nation. Some offers became a reality. With the National Letter of Intent signing period, it started on February 12th. But for others, the decision is still undecided. Here's Dave Moyer with more on college recruiting.
This is Dave Moyer, and what you're looking at is the Shawnee Mission East practice field, where it's been several months since the players walked off of here. And for many seniors, it was the last time they will ever play again. But for an exceptional few, the hard work is still to come. The excitement of being a big-time college football player lies ahead for some Lancers, and I'll be talking to 2 of them to find out their views of college football and the recruiting that goes with it. All right, I'm standing here with Mark Wilson, linebacker at Shawnee Mission East. He was named to several teams, including the Channel 4 All-Metro team, the All-State First Team, All-Sun Country First Team, and All-Sunflower League First Team. Mark, where do you plan to go to college next year?
Well, as it stands right now, I've been offered scholarships to play at the Air Force Academy and at West Point, and I'm waiting to hear from those schools.
Is being recruited by these colleges a fun position to be in for you?
It's a real nice position to be in, having the coaches bend over backwards, trying to make you happy and interesting to school, and having nice paid trips that I know I wouldn't get to take otherwise. It makes you feel important. It's nice.
How many hours do you usually train in the weight room? And has all this working on the practice field and in the weight room paid off?
Well, right now in the off season, I spend more time in the weight room, and right now it's probably 8 hours a week in the weight room. And the hard work has definitely paid off. Like you said, I've been named to many teams, which is definitely related to my hard work. And without it, I couldn't have achieved what I have.
I'm standing here with Don Baker, offensive tackle, defensive end, Shawnee Mission East football. He was named to first team All-Sun Country both ways, along with being named to the second team All-Sunflower League both ways. Don, what are your hopes for college next year?
Well, I hope next year to receive a scholarship from a fairly small college probably, and play football for them and hopefully receive a good education. That's my #1 priority.
What people have been instrumental in helping you get, offers from colleges and that sort of stuff?
Well, Coach Stegmeyer, head coach at East, he's really been working hard to get colleges just to take a look at me on game film and that, and he's probably been the most instrumental today.
Has looking at colleges for athletic purposes, has it been fun so far?
Yeah, it's real nice when you go to college, they treat you, like a VIP, and you kind of have your way there, and they go all out and try and make you feel at home, and your goal is, to look at the school and, see if it's really for you, and if you want to go there and play football or whatever, just go there for an education.
These gentlemen have until May 1st to sign with the college, or they must walk on next year. When these players hit the college gridiron, they must put their efforts and dedication to be the best player they can be. It is during their stay there that the boys become the men. The legendary coach Vince Lombardi, who coached the Green Bay Packers to several NFL championships, once said, "The quality of a person's life is in direct proportion to their commitment to excellence, regardless of their chosen field of endeavor." This has been Dave Moyer reporting for KSME Sports.
Thank you, David. And with more news, here's David Hewitt.
Thanks, Jeff. As the fourth quarter rolls around, many seniors are preparing to make choices regarding their collegiate education next fall. For more on this story, we'll go now to Karen Shapiro.
Hi, This is Karen Shapiro. We're in the main hallway of Shawnee Mission East High School. Today we're talking with many students and dealing with the topic of college decision. 80% of the students in each graduating class from Shawnee Mission East High School go on to a college education. That was told to us by the counseling office at Shawnee Mission East School.
How would you, if you had a student come in who was in the beginning of their senior year and they had not begun early and they had no idea, how would you start with them and how would you begin to try to counsel them?
I think in the beginning we'd have to look at what their abilities are, what their grades are, what kind of courses they have taken, what they think they would like to major in, and then start looking for a college that fits them. And maybe the part of the country they want to go to, whether they want a warm climate or a cold climate. But the most important thing is what they're going to major in and how they're going to be prepared for that.
You know the percentage of students in each graduating class that go on to college?
At East, it's approximately 90%. Now, that's to both 2-year and 4-year colleges.
Are we one of the higher? Do we have a
Yes,
higher
we are.
Because that seems just remarkably high.
It is high, and we are one of the higher ones. I would say that Shawnee Mission South and Shawnee Mission East are about at the same rate as far as college-bound students.
And do you have any last words to tell our students about getting their act together and trying to make their way to college?
Start as early as possible. That's the main thing. Consult with your parents and consult with a counselor because they can help you many times.
Thank you very much.
Here we are with senior Larry down at Shawnee Mission East. Larry,
Yes.
what are you planning on doing after high school?
I'm probably going to go to KU and try to get through 4 years of college.
Have you applied anywhere out of state, or has KU been your decision from the beginning?
KU's been my decision from the beginning.
So you really haven't gone through the difficult college-making process and looking for a school out of state?
No, not really.
Do you feel good about your decision? Are you looking forward to the next 4 years?
I'm looking forward to the next 4 years completely.
Larry, what are your plans after high school?
Well, I'm planning on going to Penn State and being involved in the track team there.
Is that how you made your decision, basing it on your interest in track?
Yes, that is. I looked at several different schools and decided on Penn State.
I'm with David Motlaw, senior.
Well, after high school, I plan to attend the University of Kansas in Lawrence, and I based my decision on that because most of my friends are going there. I think it'll be a great learning experience.
Hi, this is Karen Shapiro. I'm with Elizabeth Williams, senior, Shawnee Mission East. Elizabeth, have you applied to any out-of-state colleges?
Yes, I have.
Which one?
Grinnell, in Grinnell, Iowa.
Please.
It's a small liberal arts college in Iowa, and it just has a really good liberal arts program, and then they have a tie-in program at the University of Chicago, and I'm interested in studying business at the University of Chicago.
How did you come upon that school out of all other ones?
My grandmother went there for a couple years, and so my dad suggested to me that I might want to look into it, and after looking into it, it seemed like a neat school.
We're with Mike McGee, senior, and we're asking him why he's planning on taking a year off before going on to college.
Why did you decide to take a year off?
Because I'm sick of school.
Do you think that after you take a year off, you'll really be able to go back and get back into the swing of school and homework?
I'm really hoping to, Karen.
We've talked to a number of students and to counselors, and the overall decision is that college is a tough one, that you have to start early, you have to prepare, you have to try to be as organized as possible. This is Karen Shapiro for SME News.
College is not the only important decision that has to be made by high school students. The SAD program at Shawnee Mission East is making students aware of the dangers of drinking and driving. The club has been growing over the past few years and has sponsored assemblies, membership drives, and poster campaigns. Here's Matt Sheffield with more on the story.
So as it appears here at Shawnee Mission East, many of the SAD members in the SAD program have a better awareness of students who are drinking and having a better awareness of students drinking and driving, as many of them will point out that they would rather drink Coke or Pepsi at parties. So it appears that the SAD program at Shawnee Mission East is growing.
Hey, wait a minute. I don't care what anybody else says. I drink cherry Coke at parties, and I like it.
Some people might think this sort of thing is funny. But the fact is that SAD program at Shawnee Mission East is a very influential and very significant program in the social lives of many Shawnee Mission East students. I'm here in the Shawnee Mission East Counseling Department with Ms. Deb Atkinson, the counselor here at Shawnee Mission East. She is the sponsor of the SAD Share program at Shawnee Mission East, SAD Students Against Drunk Driving.
I had several kids approach me saying that they would like to start a SAD chapter at East. And there was a meeting over at Center High School for all schools in the area interested in starting a SAD chapter. So we attended the meeting, got all the necessary information, did all the paperwork that was required, and then in turn had our first sign-up 3 years ago. And I think at that time we had about 50 or 60 kids sign up that first year. Then last year we also again had a SAD chapter sign up and had about 100 kids sign up. And this year we had our SAD chapter sign up in, I think it was October, and we ended up with about 150 kids who signed up for this year. So each year we've grown. Certainly we'd like to see more kids sign up, and we've tried to keep things really simple with the SAD chapter as far as we are not interested in fundraisers and we're not interested in having a bunch of meetings. All we're really asking is that those people who sign up to be a part of the SAD chapter agree with the goals of the chapter, which is that they will not drink and drive, and they will do the best that they can to influence their significant others not to drink and drive. But I would like everyone to know that, you can sign up any time, that it's not a one-shot deal, that we constantly are available for people to sign up and commit themselves to the goals of the SAD chapter. As far as the impact that we've had, I trust I can believe the kids that I talk to, and I'm hearing more and more that kids are being more cautious and careful about drinking and driving, that they are in advance deciding whether they are or aren't going to be the driver for the evening and therefore will or will not be drinking, and that's encouraging.
David, how do you feel that SAD is helping at parties, and what do you think that you should do?
I think it makes the students more aware of how driving drunk is dangerous and how it kills lots of teenage lives each year. I think it makes us more aware of having the driver not drink if they go out on a certain night and they're supposed to be driving.
I'm here with senior Don Cedarquist. Don, why are you in SAD, and how do you think it benefits the students at Shawnee Mission East?
Well, I think it benefits students because basically I'm not against drinking. I'm against drinking while driving, and it really is a big problem at East and everywhere. And I think that SAD helps people to realize that drinking while driving is a bad idea, and that they can go out and have a good time, but just remember to have one person, the person who is driving, to not drink.
For the SAD program at Shawnee Mission East, this is Matt Sheffield.
Thanks, Matt, and thank you for watching Shawnee Mission East's third TV news production. Be sure to tune in the last week of April to watch Shawnee Mission East's fourth TV broadcast. Also, tune in next week to watch Shawnee Mission North's program. Jeff?
Finally, recently East celebrated Kansas's 125th birthday. At this celebration, the students got a chance to hear an oral presentation, received a phone call from Governor John Carlin, and enjoyed eating a 300-pound cake. In closing, we'd like to leave you with East's celebration of Kansas's 125. Thank you very much for joining us.